It'll be Danny Nelson against TJ Hughes on the opening faceoff, and it's one for Notre Dame.
Brings it back to his brother Henry Nelson, who had 4 shots in that game against Penn State. He was one of the better Fighting Irish in that contest.
That one redirected on Stein. Wolverines, though, able to keep it in with a Notre Dame turnover. And right back to the Irish. Here's Justin Janicke. Those 2 games in Ann Arbor back in November was a 2-1 overtime win for Michigan on Friday night, and then a 4-2 win for the Wolverines on Saturday. But kind of oddly, Ethan Edwards, one of the anchors of the blue line for Michigan. When we talked to Rob Rassi, the associate head coach for the Wolverines, he had so many good things to say about Ethan Edwards and Jacob Truscott, especially as that one's blood freshman. But we did find out during the week he grew up a White Sox fan, so maybe a little conflicted there.
Yeah, I should have known that. He's a South Side kid, so typically South Siders. I'm pretty sure he grew up on the South Side. South Siders tend to gravitate towards the White Sox.
Here is Truscott over for Orico. Now Hallam, who scored that overtime game winner against Ohio State. The Whitelaw, the Wisconsin transfer. Orico, that didn't get through traffic, and Kumlin trying to play it out of the zone. Whitelaw keeps it in. Back for Orico. Now down into the slot. Orico able to keep it in once again. That shot went off of Ali for Notre Dame. Irish still unable to clear the zone. Long shift here. Good opportunity for Michigan. Orico on the right side for Hallam. And he broke his stick. Notre Dame will bring it the other way.
Well, that almost looked like, I'll tell you, any game in the Big Ten Conference is going to be close. And this will be like all the others.
Here comes Hallam with a shot. Kemp made the save. And a penalty coming. Very good this season, 25%. But most importantly, they get back Danny Nelson and Paul Fisher and Jeff Jackson. We spoke with him earlier this week. He mentioned how critical that was, and you can see the difference when the power play was without those 2.
Well, almost twice as effective, right? While they were away at the World Juniors, just 14%. With those guys, almost 26.5%. So they're both on the ice right now. Let's see what happens.
Here's Knuble back for Fisher. Skates along the blue line. Back to Knuble. Cross ice. Nelson, what a save by Stein.
Good blocker save. In fact, his stick hit the inside of the post.
But there's a shot and a score. Notre Dame on the power play. It's Blake Bianco. Nelson wins the faceoff back to Helliwell. Up high off the glass. Ali trying to play it. Taken right back for Whitelaw. Able to track it down to the corner. Now it's right back to the Wolverines. Lofted down into the neutral zone. This goes all the way down to the other end.
Danny Nelson, you know, he's on the #1 power play. He's on the #1 penalty kill. He plays a lot of important situations. If you need a draw, he's out there. You just don't realize how important those guys are.
Here's Edwards over for Hughes. Down near the goal line. Plays back for Edwards. High slot now to the left circle. Trying to get it across for Hughes. Age will take it.
Good stick by Helliwell there. Pass through the box and he upset it.
There's Edwards. Over to the left circle and a save. Taken back by Hunter Strand. Now Paul Fisher angles it. Janicke able to win the race. Icing had been waved off there, actually.
Yeah, good second effort there from Justin Janicke. It's important because now you get some tired guys off the ice. If that's icing, everyone has to stay on.
Here's Nelson. Plays it off the end boards. Taken by Hallam. Will Felicio the other way over the blue line. Tried to dish it for Hughes, but quickly taken right back by the Irish. Brennan Ali dumps it down.
Luca Fantilli with a little reverse play there. Adam Fantilli obviously gets all the press. Was second or third overall pick a couple years ago. Luca, his brother, really good player in his own right.
Michigan able to work it out of their own end. Here's Janicke over center ice and offside. Put it around the boards. Taken there by Hunter Strand, but he quickly loses the puck. Strand dumps it down as he skates off. Less than a minute left in the period. Henry Nelson comes down, quickly taken away. Shifsky takes a hit from Danny Nelson.
That was a good pinch by Henry Nelson. Thought one of his best games that last game against Penn State. He had 4 shots in that contest. Another strong start for the youngster.
Here's Werner over for Shifsky. He'll dump it down. There's Henry Nelson once again. Under 20 to play in the opening period. Quick shot deflected up high. While Michigan, they've done well in tight games. 3 wins when they've been tied after the first period. This is a Michigan team that is 4-0-1 in overtime games this season, and they're coming off that overtime win against Ohio State on Sunday. Here is Whitelaw with it. Kumlin shoots it down into the corner where Fantilli gets to it first.
I like that play by Michigan. The forward comes down to play like a defenseman. So even though the defenseman reversed it to each other, the third reverse went to a forward. He's got all the time and room in the world, and it's an easy breakout for them.
Janicke taking off the puck.
That a boy. Down 2-0 at one point. Michigan now has a 1-goal lead.
4th goal of the season for LaPointe. So that's now 2 games in a row for Michigan where they've been down 2-0 to a rival and have scored 3 straight goals.
Well, Philippe wears number 22 like his dad Marty LaPointe wore with Detroit and Chicago, and of course Keenan Draper wears number 33 like Chris Draper wore with Detroit.
I'm sure Brandon Naranjo doesn't mind being too far from Detroit with the legacy of the Red Wings. Nice little recruiting tool. Little collision there near center ice.
That's friendly fire. That was Edwards' bump.
Davis unable to handle the puck there. Now Whitelaw with plenty of speed. Shot saved by Kemp. Rebound was there, but nobody in the area for the Wolverines. Now here's Nelson. Shoots it high and wide. Stein may have gotten a piece of it.
Yeah, it looked like it hit something. Maybe the crossbar. That's the reach of Danny Nelson, though, turning a nothing play into something.
Whitelaw. Hughes just lost the puck. Would have had a great opportunity if he'd handled it cleanly. I think some of the Michigan bench was wondering why it's dual minors. Here's Knuble. Nice save there by Stein.
It's got to be the 5th or 6th shot by Cole Knuble. We're halfway through this hockey game. That's a great sign.
Edwards. This game, Steve, it seems like it's really opened up a lot here in the second period, which is to Michigan's advantage.
Certainly. Certainly. And what you have to realize is, preventing goals is just as good as scoring goals. It's It's like a penny saved is a penny earned. It's like you don't have to score that extra goal if you're playing well defensively. You make a big stop like Nick Kemp did that last glove save. You just can't keep giving them opportunities.
Another opportunity nearly.
Day playing defenseman. I believe that's just his 13th or 14th game, but had a great block shot earlier in this period and gets beat one-on-one by Cole Knuble. I hope you get a chance to see it. It's a great move, but he didn't give up, and he poked the puck off his stick.
Jursev, his shot just rises high. Now Janicke towards the slot and just missed the stick there of Jimmy Jursev. There's Truscott, Michigan captain, on the end boards. Jacob Truscott, one of just 9 two-time captains in the history of Michigan. Steve, I don't think we expected 8 combined goals before the second period was over in this one. Both these teams, as we saw, they were in the bottom 2 in terms of goals per game in the Big Ten, but this game looking a little bit more like that series that Michigan played out at Penn State, when there were 27 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, Michigan scored 11 goals combined in the 2 games. They didn't win one. They lost the game 10-6. 6 of those 10 goals were on the power play for Penn State. I'm sorry, take that back. They beat Penn State. Penn State scored the 11 goals.
That was some series, and probably one that the coaching staffs of both teams maybe didn't enjoy too much. I like the goal scoring, but we want to see a little bit more defense than that. Under 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Janicke will dump it down. Notre Dame getting its third period face-off, and it's won by Notre Dame. We're underway in the final period of this one. First game of this 2-game series. Danny Nelson has it poked away.
Fantilli again. That was a nice stand-up by Luca Fantilli. And Danny Nelson's very shifty one-on-one. He picked his pocket perfectly.
Comes Nelson once again, and Stein will cover that up.
Extra shot to Nelson. He didn't like it. Talking about Danny Nelson, he's 10 minutes. You just don't want to open up and give Michigan that next goal.
Workoff over to Rowe. His shot just went high and wide. Now Edwards. Comes loose to Edwards again. Tried to go to the backhand, and Kemp got a piece of it.
Edwards has been all over the ice. Ethan Edwards, almost like a forward in that shift.
He's been really impressive tonight. Had one of those goals for the Wolverines in the second period. Now Truscott has got a pair of assists tonight. Rucinski gets to the puck first. Notre Dame tries to work it out of their own end. TJ Hughes. It's a great thing for the game to see the growth, and I think it shows on the ice with the results as well. Now back-to-back gold medals at World Juniors for Team USA.
Yeah, really good point.
It's not just the hockey hotbeds that are producing some of the best players in the United States and really the entire world.
Yeah, Evan Werner out of Flower Mound, Texas. And Logan Stein, Sewanee, Georgia.
Yeah, that's one area where you don't see too many players, especially after State of Georgia lost an NHL franchise in the Atlanta Thrashers.
They lost it twice. They lost the Atlanta Flames, too. I still think there's going to be a team in Atlanta, though. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Shot that goes wide. Now Hallam quite corralled the puck.
Like that play by Ali. He didn't really have any options. He was on his back.
Master Domenico over to Fisher. That one blocked there by Hage. Laid back there for Nelson. Master Domenico back to Nelson with the shot. Stein got a piece of it, went wide of the net.
Yeah, good blocker save by Stein.
Now here's Ali out of the right corner. Along the far boards, it's Nelson. Good stick there by Stein to put it into the corner. So Notre Dame keeps the pressure on.
It's funny. Sorry, Don. You mentioned Hage, and we haven't really called his name too much. He leads this third period, and Nick Kemp standing tall.
And TJ Hughes, as we mentioned earlier, coming off his 100th. Master Domenico for Ali. Nelson, they've both been pretty successful.
Yeah, no, Jim was the quarterback. I should know the Chicago Bears. And longtime coach at Michigan, and now, of course, he's moved on to the NFL ranks. But he just said, be yourself. Don't pay attention to what the critics say. And that's basically what he's done. He's been his own man behind the bench and a great teacher.
You know, the funny thing about John Harbaugh, his daughter Allison actually attended Notre Dame, a member of the women's lacrosse team.
Oh.
So, you know, as much as there is a big-time rivalry between Notre Dame and Michigan, I think both fan bases, athletes, students.
That was a nice play by Draper along the boards, winning that battle and just ticking valuable seconds off the clock.
A really nice game tonight with a couple of goals. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this third period. Notre Dame trying to put some more pressure on the Wolverines. Shot was blocked. Now Kadubel goes down to his knees, but is able to get it to Fisher. Here's Fisher. Shot goes high off the glass, all the way back down. And Master Domenico giving chase. Age is right there as well.
Draper should get one more up. He's off the ice right now. Well-deserved rest. He might get one more opportunity at the hat trick. 2 goals in this hockey game.
So this one shot down to the other end. That'll go for icing.
2 feet to the left.
Master Domenico. Now Janicke lost it to Hallam. Kept in by Master Domenico. And Ali.
Had 3 chances to get this puck out. All 3 times Notre Dame keeps it in.
Master Domenico for Janicke. Back to Master Domenico with a shot. Stein got a piece of it. Rebound went wide with 25 seconds left in the third. Now Murphy. Nelson didn't get much on it from the point. Down to 15 seconds left. Notre Dame down by 2 goals. Has to hurry. And that one redirected